charge on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let my...
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 47-yard line, it's a gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
George Kittle.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
32.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Francisco.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a couple. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
To give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. And there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
That opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
The kick is good. Makes the score Niners 3, Cowboys nothing.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with 1 there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlight showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Catch there by Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 61 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. There on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Francisco.
This is Tony Pollard.
Have some of this!
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And all the way down to the 35. Big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7.
Dak's going to keep it on the option. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try to get this running game going.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Kick is good. That ties the game at 10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
George Kittle. A gain of 7. And the 49er first.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll drop this down to Coleman. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's across midfield.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, 49ers.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2nd. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
To Dante Pettis. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 18-yard line.
Play action. Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
48-yard line.
1st down, Prescott. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, Prescott.
And this one quickly to land.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let the return guy touch it.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Good go.
And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with. Hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It's knocked away and incomplete. And now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So we've come upon halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
49ers.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. Their own.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
They go to Elliott again. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 48.
First down carry by Elliott. 20.
You know they pay me like
That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 48 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Oh, and now some space to operate.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Down San Francisco.
This is Mostert. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got the connection here to Bourne.
Garoppolo's pass.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time, the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Oh, no, he lost the football.
DeMarcus Lawrence
defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Again, it's Elliott. Well, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboy.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And he's
Down at the 39.
9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. And now they pause for an injured player, and that injured player is an important one. Ezekiel Elliott still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. This one down to about the 17. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Elliott. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, they can take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash, so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. a surprise they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Well, he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching. To